Thank you. A month ago, Republicans on this committee voted to add $310 billion to the deficit by making permanent 6 tax provisions. Today, they will nearly double that number, adding another $287 billion to the deficit, with a vote on a single tax provision that not only was never meant to be permanent, but one that loses its effectiveness when made so. I and many of my colleagues have and continue to support a temporary extension of bonus depreciation because it provides capital-intensive businesses with an incentive to invest in new equipment now, allowing them to write off the cost at a faster rate than normal. It is called bonus depreciation for just that reason. But what the majority is doing today completely eliminates that incentive. Indeed, the Congressional Research Service notes that the measure in, quote, temporary nature is critical to its effectiveness, end of quotes. What's more, making it permanent contradicts the Republican tax reform draft, which in February proposed repealing the measure entirely. As CRS noted, I quote, moving to permanent bonus depreciation is inconsistent with Chairman Camp's proposal. The last decade highlights the temporary nature of this policy. It was put in place during the recession at the early part of the last decade, before being allowed to expire in 2005 as the economy improved. In 2008, as a new, deeper recession took hold, the policy was put in place again. Without an offset, the $287 billion price tag would bring the total that this committee has voted to add to the deficit in the last to $600 billion. That's not only more than the entire federal deficit this year, it's greater than all non-defense domestic discretionary spending in 2014. In moving forward with a permanent extension of a select group of tax extenders, the majority is once again leaving to an increasingly uncertain fate provisions like the Work Opportunity Tax Credit, the American Opportunity Tax Credit, the New Markets Tax Credit, the Mortgage Relief Debt Forgiveness, and the Renewable Energy Tax Credits, as well as the long-range status of EITC and the Child Tax Credit. And that is not to mention their complete inaction so far on federal unemployment insurance. The cost of bonus depreciation of extending it this way could pay for a full-year extension of unemployment benefits 10 times over. The majority has cloaked the extension of bonus depreciation within a package of important tax incentives that support charities and the good work they do in our communities. Indeed, I co-authored alongside Congressman Gerlach the bill to extend the deduction for food inventory donations. But we are not here today basically to debate the good works of charities or nutrition programs or conservation across this country. There is agreement about their significance, but it is a mistake to approach them in a way that makes provisions permanent, without consideration of their place in a broader framework, and with reckless disregard for their cost and their impact on other provisions, especially at a time of immense pressures on non-defense discretionary programs. I yield the balance of my time now to Mr. Thompson.
I'm in support of this measure extending conservation easements long term. I'm a co-author with Mr. Gerlach, as he mentioned. Before that, Chairman Camp was, when we were in the majority, was my co-author on the bill. And there are a lot of co-authors, and the reason there are a lot of co-authors is because it's a good bill. and we should make it permanent. A lot of people benefit, people in rural areas, conservation groups, hunters, fishers, farmers, ranchers. City folks benefit too. Look no further than New York City. Their watershed is under terrible pressure, and it was through conservation easements that we were able to protect the water of the citizens of New York. So passing it's the right thing to do. But to do it by adding to our national debt is just absolutely wrong. And we need to pay for this bill. As the ranking member pointed out, with the passage of these bills today, we'll be up over $600 billion added to our national debt. We need to pass these good bills, but we need to do it right. We need to do it by paying for it. Mr. Chairman, I have an amendment that would pay for this provision when the time is right. I'd like the opportunity to introduce it.
All right.